Times Now has gained access to Rhea Chakrabarty's bail plea, and in this plea, she continues to slander and cast aspersions at Sushant Singh Rajput's family. We'll get to the details of what all is there in the bail plea filed by Rhea Chakrabarty, but the attempts of slandering Sushant Singh Rajput's family continue, is what we are given to believe in the latest bail plea filed by Rhea Chakrabarty. Now, this is after her judicial custody was extended, and the plea for bail is expected to be heard today. Let's go across to Kajal Iyer now, who's joining me live for more inputs on the story. Kajal, what does the bail plea from Rhea Chakrabarty state?
Well, the bail plea for Rhea Chakrabarty is, of course, focusing on the same points that they had made during the sessions court, which is that 27A, that section does not apply to them. And not just that, the arrest itself was illegal. And given the fact that the NCB has already said that they got all the details that they required from her, there is no need for custody. That seems to be the main grounds that they are going to be presenting. The NCB, of course, has said that they will oppose this bail plea, saying that Rhea Chakrabarty could actually tamper with witnesses and also influence witnesses, and that is going to be the main argument of the NCB as of now. The bail plea is slated at serial number 51. In the Bombay High Court. So one doesn't know if it will actually come up for hearing today, because it is quite low on the board. But in case other matters are disposed of quickly, it could come up for hearing today itself.
I can go across to Swati as well now, who's joining me from the news pit, and Swati has that bail plea of Rhea Chakrabarty. Swati, if you can highlight for us the main points that we can make out from it.
Yes, absolutely, Preeti. We have accessed your Rhea Chakrabarty's bail application. One would say that here is an extension of the slander campaign that we saw against the family and Sushant Singh Rajput as well. Let's focus on point number 7. Point number 7 says that subsequently in June 2019, Sushant informed the applicant here stands for Rhea Chakrabarty, that his other sister Neetu had called and threatened him that she would file a false criminal case against him regarding his altercation with his sister Priyanka. Sushant was extremely disturbed by this incident, as his sister Neetu's husband is an IPS officer, and he was concerned that they would misuse his connections to coerce and threaten him. In order to resolve the situation and assist Sushant, the applicant reached out to OP Singh, who is an IPS officer and the husband of Sushant's sister Neetu. The applicant informed him that if they file any false allegations against Sushant, she would go to the police regarding the molestation incident. So what Rhea Chakrabarty is saying in this bail application is that the family member's sister of Sushant Singh Rajput was going to file a false case against the actor, and she spoke to OP Singh and told OP Singh that if in case they file a false case against Sushant, then she would go to the police and talk about the molestation incident. Remember, she's also alleged that Priyanka, Sushant's sister, had allegedly molested her. Let's also now move on to point number 9. This is very important. Here comes the drug angle, and Rhea Chakrabarty says that during the course of their relationship, the applicant, which again is Rhea Chakrabarty, also observed that Sushant appeared to be in the regular habit of smoking cigarettes containing ganja, which he sourced and procured for himself. Now, during the confession, Rhea Chakrabarty told the NCB, as per the NCB sources, that she was the one who was procuring drugs for Sushant Singh Rajput, though she never consumed it. Right. In the bail application, Rhea Chakrabarty is telling the court that Sushant was in a regular habit of smoking cigarettes containing ganja, which he himself sourced and procured using his household stuff. The applicant was in fact concerned about this habit, and when she asked Sushant about it, he informed her that he had developed a deep liking for it during the shooting of his film Kedarnath at Kedarnath sometime in the year 2015-2016. The applicant routinely tried to dissuade Sushant from smoking such cigarettes and consistently endeavored to wean him off this drug habit. So Sushant Singh Rajput was addicted, is what Rhea is saying, and she was the one who was trying to persuade him to give up smoking ganja, to give up drugs.
Right. So two important points there highlighted in the bail plea, and Kajal, both of them are once again trying to present a picture of Rhea Chakrabarty first as a responsible girlfriend, a live-in partner who was concerned about some bad habits that Sushant had developed, and also the kind of relationship that he had his family. Once again, one would say that targeting the sisters for not having a very cordial relationship with him.
Yes, this has been Riya Chakrabarty's defense for quite some time now. She has said that Sushant and his family did not get along very well, and that they also did not like her. That seems to be one of the main arguments they made in terms of trying to show that it was because of this dislike that they have trumped up these charges against her, she has also tried to show that she was in fact the person taking care of Sushant, and that Sushant had been into drugs. This is something that Riya has been maintaining, and that it was for him that the procurement of drugs was done by her and her brother, and not for their own consumption. So this seems to be something that they have been trying to present before the authorities for quite some time now. Whether or not the High Court takes cognizance of these arguments is something that we'll have to wait and watch. Today, if at all it comes up on the board, it will only be the first hearing. Arguments are expected to take longer than today to get completed.
Right. In fact, let me go back to Swati then. Swati, you just highlighted the part wherein she's talking about the drug angle as well. What other are the highlights of this bail plea really? What are the other points on which she's taking to get out of the custody?
Right. Now certain things that Riya Chakrabarty told in interviews to news channels about Sushant Singh Rajput's mental state, of how he was really scared when he went to a particular hotel in Italy and saw one of the paintings in a Gothic setup, has also been mentioned in this bail application. In fact, it also talks about the apartment in Capri Heights. Now, Riya Chakrabarty says that in August 2019, Sushant had asked Shruti Modi and the applicant, which is Riya Chakrabarty, to start looking for other accommodations, as he believed that Capri Heights was haunted. In the interim, the applicant and Sushant was staying in Waterstones Hotel, as Sushant didn't want to spend more time at Capri Heights. In September 2019, Sushant's film Chichore was to release, and on 5th September 2019, the applicant and Sushant organized a small screening for him at PVR Juhu. And then it goes on to say thereafter, the applicant and Sushant spent a lot of time at Waterstones Club playing tennis and badminton during their stay. So she's saying they went to Waterstone because they wanted to shift from Capri Heights to a new place. Remember, Waterstones is a resort where Sushant Singh Rajput was staying and also getting some spiritual healing. At least till this point in time, the spiritual healing part has not been mentioned. Moving on, here Riya Chakrabarty in this para talks about their trip to Europe, and she says that she went to Paris for promotions, and then Sushant Singh Rajput accompanied her. Sushant Singh Rajput thought that it was a great opportunity for them to go on a month-long European tour, and proceeded to cancel all her bookings so that they could travel and stay together. Now here Riya Chakrabarty says that during this trip, Riya's brother also joined them for a few days at Sushant's insistence. They were having a great time together, and towards the end of the holiday, when Sushant and the applicant were in Florence, Italy and were staying in a Gothic hotel, Sushant began to behave erratically and informed the applicant that he was feeling extremely anxious and disturbed. At this time, Sushant informed the applicant that he had experienced a similar incident. Now here Riya Chakrabarty says, now when the entire depression theory, remember, was questioned and Riya Chakrabarty was criticized, the family alleged that she was the reason for depression. Riya Chakrabarty in the bail application is saying that Sushant Singh Rajput himself told her that he had a similar experience in the year 2013 as well, for which he had been treated by one Dr. Harish Shetty. So here she's naming that doctor once again, who had objected to this, to him being named, because this is confidential. This is confidential between the doctor and the patient. So Riya Chakrabarty says despite the passage of a few days, Sushant's condition did not improve, and hence the applicant and Sushant decided to return to India earlier. So in the bail application, Riya is trying to portray a particular image of Sushant Singh Rajput consuming drugs, that he was regularly smoking cigarettes with ganja, and that in 2013 also he had an episode where he was
so overall,
disturbed.
Riya Chakrabarty in that bail plea, Kajal, is trying to summarize and reiterate what she has been maintaining for a long time now. His relationship with his sisters was constrained for some time. Secondly, he had developed a habit of consuming cigarettes loaded with ganja right from the days that he was shooting for Kedarnath. And lastly, the incident that Swati just pointed out happened in Italy when they were staying in a hotel, where she had that sort of an anxiety attack, which is similar to what, according to her, he says he had experienced back in 2013 as well. So having a history of depression as well.
Yes, that has been something that Riya has been maintaining, that Sushant Singh Rajput's mental health situation was well known, not just to him, but also to his family, and that he had been taking treatment consistently. but that is something that has been contested by the family. They have claimed that they had no knowledge of his mental illness, and not just that, they in fact ended up blaming Rhea Chakrabarti, saying that she never kept them in the loop about what exactly was going on with him. So that seems to be the place where the arguments are stuck at between the both sides. And right now, Rhea Chakrabarti using all of those arguments in her arsenal to try and convince the court that she deserves bail and that she needs to be let out. But whether or not the court will be convinced is something we'll have to wait and watch.
All right. Thanks very much, Kajal and Swati, for joining us with your respective inputs.